Hey everybody, it's me. I'm back with another video once again. I know it's been a few months. Oh my god. And I really gotta get out of the habit of saying like, oh, I'm sorry. I know it's been forever since I've uploaded, because chances are I'm gonna be in this moment of hype where I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm dropping a video, I'm gonna edit this. And then I get overwhelmed with my job and then having little to no time and then hanging out with friends and this and that. Anyways, today is going to be a different type of video. This isn't going to be a drama covering story, or this isn't going to be a gaming video or nothing of that nature. It's going to be a story time video. Oh my god, I'm telling a fucking story. So today's story will be about time I went to Midwest Furfest. And ironically enough, this story was very recent because it's only been about a week or two, given how long it probably will take to make this video. You may be wondering, Kawncept, why the hell did you go to another furry convention? Last time I went to MFF, I kind of went on this sort of narrative that like, okay, I'm here on some serious shit. I gotta find the negative. I gotta search for it. And that kind of got in the way of having a good time at the convention. From the people that I talked to this year around, they said last year was kind of a mediocre experience anyway. So I was kind of like, well, I mean, I only went for one day, and if it was such a mediocre experience last year, maybe I ought to go the full 3 days and dress up and have a better time than I did last year. That's what I did. I figured, why not? Let me drop $90 and let me go have a blast and hang out with a bunch of furries and people playing dress up. Now, chances are you probably don't follow me on Twitter, so you have no idea what I dressed up as. But if you are coming from Twitter, then you already know. I'm sure you probably could have guessed, or maybe you didn't, because all I really posted was me in the ski mask with a bunch of furries. I dressed up as a bandit from the Stalker series, because Stalker 2 came out not too long ago. I think it was maybe like a month ago? A month or two ago? I don't know the exact release date, nor do I care. Point is, I actually dressed up. It was kind of fun. You know, I spent a good amount of money. I think I maybe dropped around like 100, maybe 200 bucks. From my perspective, I think I did a pretty okay job. A lot of people also agreed. You know, the people who saw me, they also thought I did a pretty decent job. So at the end of the day, I am very happy that I chose to dress up as a bandit from Stalker. Now that we got all that out the way, let's go ahead and talk about the first day I attended, which was Friday.
Hey, what did you say? Killing these pussies, I'm feeling so great.
On the way to registering, a couple of people had recognized that I was a bandit from Stalker. I didn't think a lot of people were gonna recognize the outfit. That was like my biggest like fear, is that like no one was gonna recognize it. I wasted all this money for fucking nothing. But no, people recognized it. It's kind of like a weird experience to have that for the first time. I was real proud of myself. Like, I was real happy, even in the registration line, that people were saying, oh my god, dude, you're a bandit from Stalker. And they were talking about Stalker references and saying cheeky breeky and talking about artifacts and shit. It was such a fun fucking experience that like I already miss only a few days later. Anyway, after like 30 minutes or so, I picked up my badge and I started walking around the convention. That was basically gonna be the whole plan. Actually, Friday in general was more or less just a photo day. It was mostly just walking around, seeing what sights I would encounter, and I encountered a lot of cool shit. I got a lot of pictures with some cool people, mostly cosplayers. Ironically enough, compared to the last time I went to Midwest Furfest, I didn't really get too many pictures with furries specifically. It was mostly just cosplayers that I ended up taking pictures with. Now that that bit of context has been provided, I feel like now I can tell you guys what I actually saw on the first day. Before I even registered, I got a picture with Frozone. Then I got a picture, like a framed picture of Chinese John Cena, dude. You know, fucking being chewing. Then I got a picture with a few other people. I got a picture with this guy, I think Civil War Officer. Got a picture with dude from Hotline Miami, the Scout, someone from Spaceballs, and then a furry version of Leon Kennedy. This cool soldier looking dude. I found this one guy who just had his thing open. That sounds really bad, but there's the picture. Yeah, he just kind of had his suit open. A furry version of Captain Price. And I got a picture of someone wearing my favorite fucking suit of Ranger armor in Fallout New Vegas. That's the best shit. My favorite one is Desert Ranger armor. And when I saw that dude, I was like, holy shit. Then I got a picture with Toriel from Undertale. Then I got a picture of Death and a Combine and a Black Mesa security guard. I didn't think furries would be so into Half-Life. Then I got a picture with Bluey. To top it all off, I ended that picture off with Helldiver. So yeah, Friday was mostly a photo day. Now let's talk about something that happened I think it was around in the middle of the day. I met these 3 people named Witness, Zach, and Defcon. They were able to recognize my cosplay. They were actually telling me about a little picnic that was going to be happening literally the next day on Saturday, and I was kind of like, a picnic? Oh, what kind of picnic? And they were telling me that it was a stalker themed picnic, and I was like, hold on, you mean to tell me I'm not going to be the only person here that's wearing a stalker cosplay? There's going to be multiple people? And they were like, yeah, you should come tomorrow. And I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll go tomorrow, I'll see what's good. Then once they told me that, they asked me if I wanted to tag along with them, and I was like, sure, fuck it, why not? That was pretty cool. That was kind of how I ended the night, hanging out with this new group of people that I found, which I kind of thought I was going to be solo the whole convention, but ironically enough, that couldn't be further from the truth. Then it got kind of late at night, and we decided we would all get canes, and that was pretty much the whole night. That was the end of the first day. I went home, and I was kind of like hype as shit about it too. I was like, dude, this weekend is about to be a fucking banger. And I was like, hold on, dude, I gotta take someone with me. I gotta take someone with me. My homie was down. He had the money to pay for one day. I was like, all right, fuck it, let's go. It's terrible and terrible. That's where I'm from. It's terrible and terrible. Saturday morning rolled around, and me and my buddy Davis decided we were gonna meet up at 10 and head towards the convention. We had to wait in line for another fucking badge. It was worth it. Kind of. You see, prior to us meeting up, I didn't really have a plan for this day other than to go to the picnic, which was at like 5 or 6 o'clock. We had almost the entire other half of the day to ourselves, and there wasn't much planning to that. We kind of just walked around the convention, we met up with some other furries, took some pictures with cosplayers. If you want to check out his pictures, his are on Instagram. Thankfully though, I'll be having my pictures in this video. If you want to check out my photos that I posted on Instagram, you can go right ahead. I'll just tell you who I saw. So while in the line of registration, I met up with with a guy who dressed up like the Burger King crown plane guy. Yeah, it was a very interesting cosplay. I didn't even notice it until Davis had mentioned it. Then I met up with Aiden Pierce. Then I met up with a member of the NCR. Now, what is the new California Republic doing here? I don't know. I don't know enough of Fallout lore. Then I met up with this dude who had the ray gun Mark II. That was pretty much the whole reason I wanted to take a picture, because it's the fucking ray gun Mark II. Why wouldn't I want to take a picture with that? Then I met up with this dude who was cosplaying Cyberpunk, pretty fucking badass. And then I met another Helldiver. But get this guy was a fursuiter Helldiver. And it was a really like well-made costume too. Like, I gotta give props to the fursuit maker. They did really good with all the details on there, all the little patches and little markings, like everything to the nitty-gritty was like really well made and designed. Now it's actually time to talk about the coolest part of Saturday itself, which was the Stalker Picnic. And I gotta be honest, I was expecting like maybe a few items here and there, like maybe just like few exports, but no, this was like a whole like feast pretty much of just appetizers and snacks and drinks from all around Europe. And it was such a like well put together little area here. Like, for what we were working with, we were in like the corner of the fishbowl. It was just so cool. Like, everybody was gathered around, there was food around for everybody. The dude who was hosting it, his name was Jin. He was very well organized. Everything was just so like in place, and it felt really nice. And it was cool to see a bunch of other people cosplaying as a stalker character or some kind of representation of European culture, and whether that be like a soldier or like a Gopnik. But all in all, the coolest part about the picnic was that it was for a charity in which he hosts. My original plan was to tell you what the charity was for, but I figured, why don't I let Jin himself tell you guys what it's for.
Hello, my name is Maxim. I'm hosting a Slavic stalker-style picnic. We raise money for Velsalka. That's a California charity, soon to be 501c3. We raise money for Eastern European LGBT rights movements. So currently it's LGBT people and soldiers in Ukraine. And yes, we have a Slavic picnic, free food, great socialism.
If you're wanting to donate to Jin's cause, which I would recommend you do, I'll put up 2 little donation links. One of them is for Cash App, the other one is for PayPal. I know it's a pretty silly name, and without context, you're probably wondering, what the fuck? I don't want to donate to a communist party. What, are you shitting me? Trust me when I say this, it was nothing like that. The whole purpose of it being called that is to make fun of communism, not encourage it. Anyway, Davis left around the time the damn picnic started, so he didn't really get to have fun with that as much as I did. But I had a blast. You know, all the food was good, and it was fun hanging out and meeting new people. I didn't grab everyone's name because I was kind of too in the moment to even think about that. It was a really fun time. It was probably the best time that there was. And then I hung out with Defcon, Zach, and Witness. To top it all off, I got to hang out with my new buddies again. Then we decided to walk around the convention a little bit, and the last picture of the day that I took was with a Counter-Strike faction, and it was pretty cool. And that was pretty much the night. The night went by pretty fast. It was a very nice one, very fun, and I had a great time. I was all set to go home and get ready for the final day of Midwest Furfest. And I'm Chi-Town's finest. Sunday was my last day at Midwest Furfest. I know some people typically like to stay until Monday, but there was just no reason for me to do that. I didn't even have a room there. I was going straight from home to the damn convention. Now, Sunday itself was kind of a mix between good and bad because it's the last day of the convention. Everyone's getting ready to go. Everybody's packing up and getting ready to leave and say bye to their friends who they might only see them online or probably will never see them again. Anyways, I showed up a little bit later in the afternoon, around like 12 or 1 o'clock, because there wasn't really too many events planned, and really the only thing that was happening was people meeting up one more time before they had to pack their bags and get ready to go home, because, you know, some people have their flights on that day, some people have their flights on the next and have to get ready, so they want to hang out with their friends as much as possible. Anyway, like I said, not much happened. I did meet up with Kojo for a little while, and I hung out with him and a few other people too that were also his friends, and it was a great time. I had a great time for the most part, and that was pretty much what happened for like a good chunk of the afternoon, all the way until about like 5 o'clock. We stepped outside for a little bit to, you know, get some air, hang out, and one of Kojo's friends was actually making creme brulee, and that's not something you see every day. You know, you don't see a lot of people asking, hey, do you want some creme brulee, and then also willingly being like, sure, I'll take some. I have no idea who you are, but fuck it, what could go wrong? And let me just tell you guys, the way that they had that whole thing set up, their whole setup for making the creme brulee in the first place, it was very interesting. It was made in the bathroom. Nah, but they made sure it was all good. I didn't get sick or anything. I'm still here to tell you the story. And it was damn good. Even though at one point his lighter had run out, so he wasn't able to properly cook the sugar, that was still probably some of the best creme brulee I've ever had. That you will not taste that flavor in some store-bought shit. Especially because, like, I got to see the whole setup too. It was very impressive for it being made in a bathroom. Anyways, once we finished getting some air and finishing our creme brulee, we decided to head back in. We met up with a few more of Kojo's buddies. One of them was actually dressed up as Solid Snake, which was pretty fucking cool. And then somebody was walking around with a cardboard cutout of Walter White, which a little bit silly. Something that wasn't so silly though is what happened shortly after this little encounter. So I'm chilling in the fishbowl. I'm with Kojo, with a few other people. We're having a good time. We're talking. I get this tap on my shoulder, like completely out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, it's probably just someone here. Turn around and it's a fucking cop and some staff member. I don't know if he was staff of the hotel or the convention. I don't know who the fuck he was. So I'm looking at these guys for like a second, and before they even say anything, they just ask me straight up, are you supposed to be here? I didn't know what to say to that. I was like, yeah, I'm part of the, you know, I'm just here. And they're like, no. Are you supposed to be here? I didn't know what they were asking, so I was like, yeah, I mean, I have a badge. Yeah, I'm supposed to be here. And he was all like, you have a badge? What's your badge number? Read me your badge number. And I was like, I don't know my fucking badge number. Here, just I have the badge right here. And he's like, let me see the badge. Give me the badge. So I just give it to him. Like, I'm just complying here at this point. Give him the badge. He's radioing somebody. He's like reading the numbers off. They say my name over the radio. I'm so confused. I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? The guy's like, this is you? Is that your name? I'm like, yeah, that's my name. He's like, you have any ID on you? Let me see some ID. So I'm like, here's my ID, right? And show him the ID. Cop is right there, just kind of watching this happen, not really saying anything. And the guy's like looking at the ID. He's looking at the badge. And he goes from this pissed off expression to this kind of like, have a nice day, and he has like a smile. He gives me my shit back, and he just walks away. And I was like, what the fuck was that? Wait, what the hell was that? Like, what kind of situation did I just get involved in right now? Like, I didn't even think about like recording or anything like that. I didn't think of anything like that because I was just like so in a trance, because it happened completely out of nowhere. And Kojo was like, dude, you want to go outside? Like, you want to like chill out for a second? I'm like, dude, I gotta go outside, dude. I need like to catch a breather, bro. That shit was insane. Him and a few other buddies anyways, you know, we go outside. Then as we were walking outside, there was this other group who like witnessed what happened, and they were asking me like, oh my god, like what the hell was that? And I'm like, bro, I don't fucking know. Kojo had to fucking explain it to them. So I went outside, you know, I chilled out, you know, we were kind of just talking about it, like just laughing at it. The main thing that was happening was a bunch of like what ifs were like popping into my head. Like, what if I didn't have a badge? It could have gone bad. It could have gone bad, but you know what? I'm very happy it didn't. After a while, I kind of calmed down, you know, like I stopped thinking about it. I moved on from it. I don't know who the hell they were looking for. I think the person they were looking for had a red tracksuit on and then like a helmet. I think they were outside the convention spouting some dumb shit. I think they were saying something like trans people for Trump, like trying to laugh at them or some shit, like trolling. I don't know. I wasn't the person they were looking for, and that kind of like scared the shit out of me. So it was very fucking weird. But I'm just really grateful that, you know, I had people there to witness that. Kojo actually did talk about it on Twitter. He did speak about that, and I do appreciate him for that. So big ups to him. Anyway, now that we talked about that, let's talk about the rest of the night. Not too long after that happened, Kojo was getting ready to leave. He had a train to catch, so, you know, I said bye to him. After that, we decided to walk back to the fishbowl. We went upstairs to chill out there for a while. There was a little pop-up rave that was happening. I hung around there for a little while. It was a pretty cool set. It was done by this guy right here. I thought the mix was fucking badass, especially for a pop-up rave, you know? Working with such little equipment, and you're able to make bangers like this shit. It went hard, dude, like especially in the moment. Then after that, I stepped out to the balcony for a little bit just to kind of chill out there, get some air again. And I saw Bon Voyage running down the street with like some kind of suitcase, or not a suitcase, like a little duffel bag. I don't know what the fuck was in it. Then not too long after that, I got a cool picture with this guy cosplaying Leon Kennedy, the Resident Evil 4. And then ironically enough, Pedro, or fucking Bon Voyage, is up here. So I got a picture with him. I said might as well. Then I snagged a picture of this guy. I thought it was funny as shit, you know, little cardboard signs just says give me money now. He was a pretty cool person. Then I got a picture with Score. They were pretty cool. They were, you know, down to take the picture, so I was like, hell yeah, dude. Anyway, I took all these pictures at around like 9 o'clock, and it was slowly getting to 10 o'clock, and I figured, you know what, it's the last day, I gotta make it count. You know, everybody's heading home now, everybody's leaving, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna stop by the rave, I'm gonna see what's good, and oh my god. Yeah, that rave was pretty fucking legendary. It went on for a good while, but I only stayed there for about maybe 40 minutes. I had a blast there. It was definitely badass. It was one of my first raves ever. So, you know, shout out to the furries for giving me that experience. Anyway, later on into the night, it was around like 10:50. I got a picture with this guy who looked like Moist Critical. He was doing a pretty spot on impression too. I wish I recorded that. And I saw this cool little poster here. Everybody was putting stickers on it. And then I stepped outside and I got one last picture with Jin. Definitely hosting that Slavic picnic was one of the biggest highlights ever. Like, it was so cool to see so much of a culture that like I really didn't know a lot about and that I was just so heavily interested in. It was cool to see that right in front of my face and be able to try some of the great food that was there. All the snacks, the appetizers and everything. 11:14 rolled around and time to head back home. I went home with some of the best memories ever, man. It was so fun. I had a blast meeting everybody there. Dog, I done had it. So I'ma spit it. What do you know, when you attend a convention and only look at the positives and have a great time, you're in for a treat, man. You have a way greater experience. I gotta give so much respect to these people. Everybody that I met there, bro, you guys made the fucking highlight of the year, dude. So much fun. I enjoyed every goddamn second of it, dude. Big thanks to everybody that I met that night. It was fucking cool. Hey guys, it's Kawncept. Just wanted to briefly say, if you were featured in the video, like if you were in a picture or in the background and you want some kind of credit, I'll be honest, I don't really know too many of you guys, so feel free to drop your name down below, and you know, I'll be sure to like it so that people can see it. Just want to thank you guys again. MFF was amazing this year. I had an amazing time. Thank all you furries for that experience. I'll talk to you all in another video. I'll see you guys later. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.